Begin tonight in Bryon, where residents are expressing concerns over the area of Route 2 as you enter into town near the viaducts and Kaiser Drive. Concerns range from drivers' speed to noise. Emily McMinn joins us as city leaders talk with you about a potential speed test making its way through Bryon City Council.
One Bryon alderman brought forward the concerns at their last city council meeting, and this is now pushing city leaders to look into making some speed changes, potentially working with IDOT to do so. The city of Bryon is in the middle of drafting a resolution to request a speed test from the Illinois Department of Transportation.
It just sometimes creates an issue, and so it's something that over the years off and on gets complained about, and had been recently brought to our attention as still being a concern by some residents.
The Bryon Police Department and city engineers say they're gathering information for IDOT. The concern stems from the area of Route 2 that quickly drops from 55 to 45 to 30 miles per hour.
Speed studies establish warrants for speed zones, ensuring the appropriate speed for the immediate environment and reflect the safe traveling speed for vehicles through urban and rural environments.
Despite construction planned for Route 2, Bryon's city administrator believes drivers could need speed changes and the extra warning now.
We're now evaluating whether can we wait until that construction happens and that project gets funded by the state.
Route 2 near the viaducts and Kaiser Drive is also a residential area. Some are worried semi-truck drivers have a difficulty navigating the road's current speed.
I think it'll be nice to know whether there really is a need for the signs to be changed or if any speed modifications need to happen. I would hope that would give the residents either, give them a sign of, things are safe.
The city of Bryon says speed limits have remained the same for several years, and typically only minor accidents happen in that area of Route 2.
Well, the resolution is being drafted by the city of Bryon's attorney. The proposal is expected to be discussed at the next council meeting on September 2nd.